Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into a massive pop culture mystery. We are unpacking exactly how Miley Cyrus took a deeply personal heartbreak and turned it into an absolute record-shattering cultural juggernaut. We're looking at a track that didn't just casually top the charts, it completely rewrote the rules and the narrative themes for the modern breakup anthem. Okay, let's dive right into our roadmap. We're gonna hit the record-breaking stats, flip the narrative script, explore the architecture of the sound itself, touch on that spicy copyright controversy, and finish up with how the song acts as the ultimate emotional regulator. Let's get into it. Starting off with Section 1, a record-breaking pop phenomenon. We really need to establish the sheer scale of this song's success. So, 106. This number is absolutely wild. It represents the unprecedented total number of weeks Flowers spent sitting right at the top of all of Billboard's combined airplay charts. This proves its absolute dominance on the radio. It wasn't just a flash in the pan, it became a permanent fixture on global airwaves for an astonishing amount of time. And get this, 11-12. That's how many days it took to hit 1 billion streams on Spotify. At the time it was released, it became the fastest song in history to cross the 100 million mark in under a week. I mean, it literally redefined the speed at which a modern pop song can achieve total global saturation.
Now check out this comparison. On the adult contemporary chart, Flowers obliterated historical records by hanging out at number 1 for 57 non-consecutive weeks. To put that into perspective, Olivia Newton-John's legendary track Physical held the previous record for 10 weeks. Miley didn't just edge past the record, she multiplied the whole shebang by nearly 6. Moving right along to Section 2, flipping the narrative script. Let's look at what we're calling the Lojban mirror of unambiguous action. Okay, so Miley takes the narrative of regret and flips it into a Lojban mirror. Now, Lojban is this language built entirely on pure, unambiguous logic. So where Bruno Mars's 2012 ballad, When I Was Your Man, is completely stuck in the abstract guilt of what he should have done, Miley responds with concrete, logical actions she can do. Culturally, the shift was massive. It gave a generation that was just exhausted by messy, toxic breakups a hyper-logical, undeniable blueprint for self-love. It's not just theory, right? It's a physical demonstration.
And she grounds the whole narrative in objective reality. The lyric, "Built a home and watched it burn," is a direct reference to the devastating 2018 Woolsey fire that literally destroyed the Malibu home she shared with her ex-husband, Liam Hemsworth. This vulnerability is the absolute anchor for the entire anthem. By pointing to this literal and metaphorical destruction, she makes sure the track doesn't just sound like some artificial corporate pop song. It's tied to real, documented loss.
But here's the absolute kicker. I didn't want to leave you, I didn't want to lie. She isn't just wallowing in bitter denial. She actually acknowledges the pain and the genuine desire she had to stay, which brings a profound emotional realism to the track. Culturally, this specific line changes the entire script of your traditional breakup song. It proves that female empowerment doesn't require you to hate your ex. It just requires you to choose yourself. That makes her eventual transition into independence feel incredibly earned and grounded, rather than just delusional. All right, let's switch gears to Section 3, the architecture of sound. How exactly did they build this musical engine? If you pop the hood on this track, you find this incredible blend of genres. The producers built a brilliant musical machine. You've got a 118 BPM mid-tempo groove with a vintage 70s disco 4-on-the-floor foundation, paired with this bouncy staccato bass line that actually features a country and norteño music twang. All of that is layered over a super classic A minor to C chord progression. It basically makes the song feel like a nostalgic 1970s throwback and an entirely fresh, modern groove at the exact same time. Now listen closely the next time you hear it for a brilliant production trick analysts called the slingshot effect. By holding back and leaving this intentional moment of silence right on beat 1 of the chorus, the producers basically wind the bow and unleash it on beat 2. It creates this sudden rush of joy that perfectly matches Miley's lyrical shift from crying to just sudden, strutting confidence. Oh, and we absolutely have to talk about the genius of the background texture. There's this weird, reedy oboe synth nano hook that acts like an involuntary earworm. When Miley pauses after a vocal line, this synth fills in that negative space. It acts almost like a supportive backup singer, constantly reinforcing the song's confident body language and keeping your ear totally hooked through the instrumental gaps. Of course, with massive success comes massive scrutiny.
Section 4, the copyright controversy, and the legal friction over familiar sounds.
So a company called Tempo Music Investments filed a lawsuit alleging striking similarities between Miley's track and Bruno Mars's hit. But when you actually compare the underlying sheet music, it reveals two fundamentally different sonic structures. Flowers is this driving 118 BPM disco pop loop, while When I Was Your Man is a much slower 73 BPM complex piano ballad. The mood and the themes definitely connect, but the actual musical blueprints, vastly different. Miley's legal team firmly pushed back on this, arguing that the shared elements are simply common musical frameworks. They called them random, scattered, unprotected ideas and musical building blocks, not stolen property. They maintain that while the lyrics might serve as an intentional thematic response, you simply cannot copyright basic chord progressions or the concept of buying flowers. And this matters hugely for the broader music industry. If you could lock down these basic musical building blocks, pop music as we know it would literally cease to exist. It would kill the freedom to write songs within established genres.
Finally, let's bring it all home with Section 5, the ultimate emotional regulator, from heartbreak to healing.
Psychologically, this track is fascinating because it functions as an emotional regulator. It safely guides the listener out of distress, that paralyzing pain of a broken heart, and straight into joyful eustress. Eustress is the positive, empowering stress of active self-reliance. The song offers a safe space to grieve, sure, but it immediately provides a rhythmic, physical blueprint for exactly how to move forward.
By buying flowers simply to enjoy them, the song completely bypasses the complexities of adult romantic betrayals. It effectively shuts the pain gates and returns the listener to a pure, almost childlike state of autonomy and joy. It's this powerful reminder that you really don't need a partner to experience the simple sensory joys of the world.
So I'm gonna leave you with this provocative thought to ponder today. Flowers proves that finding strength in yourself isn't just some coping mechanism, it's a revolutionary act of joy. It beautifully summarizes how the courage to rely on yourself might actually be the greatest love of all. So, does the perfect pop song need a broken heart, or just the courage to buy your own flowers? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep asking questions about the media you love.